Why are you done with Highway 99? I've sat down with dozens of families, usually in a coffee shop in Elk Grove or a kitchen table in the pocket. And I hear the same exact story. You bought your house 7 or 8 years prior. It's a beautiful home. You have equity, but you feel trapped. Your life is defined by the pavement of Highway 99 or the bottleneck on I-5. You feel like you spend half your life in your car watching brake lights. But it's not just the work commute, it's the life commute. You want to take your kids hiking, but it's a 45-minute drive just to find a trail that isn't flat. You want to go out for a nice dinner, but you're tired of the same chain restaurants on Laguna Boulevard. You look at Folsom on the map, you see the lake, you see the elevation changes, you see the trails right out the back door. But the fear creeps in. Is it too expensive? Is Folsom just a different version of the same traffic? I'm Jason Flory. Today we are doing the ultimate unfiltered South Sac to Folsom comparison. We aren't just comparing housing prices, we are comparing the life ROI. We're talking about the new commute reality in 2026, the massive insurance savings hidden in new construction, and the intel effect that keeps Folsom home values insulated from market crashes. To understand this move, you have to understand the DNA of these cities. Elk Grove and the Pocket have agricultural roots. They're built on the flatlands. They're comfortable, quiet, suburban bedroom communities. The vibe is safety and stability. Folsom is drastically different. Folsom is a tech and nature hub. Because of major employers like Intel, Micron, and expanding medical corridor with Dignity and UC Davis, Folsom has a different demographic energy. It feels a little faster pace. It feels more fitness oriented. Walk into a Whole Foods in Folsom at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday, and you see people in cycling gear who just finished a 20-mile ride on their lunch break. That is the culture. If you're the family that is perfectly happy spending weekends on iPads or going to the movies, Elk Grove is fantastic. Stay there. But if you're the family that wants to paddleboard on Lake Natoma on a Tuesday evening, or mountain bike 15 miles before you log in to your first Zoom call, Folsom is the only choice in the region. You're trading a flat grid for rolling hills. You're trading suburban sprawl for integrated nature. Here's the specific difference: the Humbug Willow Creek Trail System. In Elk Grove, you have trails, but they cross major 6-lane boulevards. In Folsom, the trails run under the roads via tunnels and bridges. Your 12-year-old can bike 10 miles from the hills to the library without ever even crossing traffic. That safety and freedom is priceless, and it's something you cannot renovate your current home to have. Let's talk money, because Folsom is more expensive. Your home in Elk Grove, let's say a 2015 build in 95757, or a classic Rancher in the Pocket 95831, has appreciated well. You're likely sitting on $750,000 to $850,000 if you have a larger footprint. Entry-level single-family homes in Folsom, specifically desirable areas, start in the 800s to low 900,000s. So how do you bridge that gap? We use your equity. But I want to highlight a hidden financial win that nobody talks about: insurance. If you're moving from an older home in the Pocket built in 1980, or even a 2005 build in Elk Grove, your insurance rates are climbing. But if you move to a new construction home in Folsom Ranch, your homeowner's insurance might actually drop by up to 40%. Why? Because of fire hardening. New homes in Folsom Ranch are built to the strictest wildfire urban interface codes in the nation. We're talking about boxed eaves that prevent embers from getting in, fire-resistant siding, and interior fire sprinkler systems. Insurers love this risk profile, while owners in older wooded parts of Folsom near the American River Canyon are seeing policy cancellations. Folsom Ranch is highly insurable. I ran the numbers for a client last week, and the insurance savings on the new Folsom home compared to their older home was about $150 a month. That $150 offsets about $25,000 worth of mortgage purchasing power. You're literally buying a safer asset. The Folsom Ranch factor. The new city within a city, we have to address the magnet that is pulling everyone north. Folsom Ranch, south of 50, This isn't just a subdivision, it is a massive master planned city that will house 25,000 people. If you're coming from Elk Grove, this will feel familiar. New roads, clean lines, but significantly upgraded. By 2026, the Folsom Ranch Town Center is coming online. This isn't just a strip mall. We're talking high-end retail, lifestyle dining, and community gathering spaces that rival the Palladio. You also have brand new schools like Mangini Ranch Elementary and upcoming high school. But the biggest difference between Folsom Ranch and Elk Grove is access and topography. In Elk Grove, you're 20 minutes away from the freeway if you live deep in the lagunas. In Folsom Ranch, you're 2 minutes from Highway 50. You're 10 minutes from El Dorado Hills Town Center. You're 10 minutes from historic Folsom. You have 3 distinct downtowns within a short drive. Folsom Ranch has Melrose bonds. There's no hiding it. These can add $300 to $500 a month to your tax bill. However, before you panic, let's look at the HOA column. Many villages in Folsom Ranch have 0 HOA fees. In parts of Elk Grove or Rancho Cordova, you might pay $200 in an HOA. In Folsom Ranch, you pay that in Melrose, but it's tax deductible. Of course, consult your CPA. And it pays for the brand new infrastructure you're driving on. Highway 50 versus Highway 99. Let's address the commute. For years, Highway 50 was a nightmare. The Fix 50 project is done. The new HOV lanes are open. The flow has improved significantly. Comparing Highway 50 to 99 is like comparing apples to oranges. Highway 99 is a commercial truck corridor. It's an unrelenting heavy traffic. Highway 50 is a commuter corridor. It has peaks and valleys. If you leave Folsom at 7 a.m., you'll hit some traffic, but if you have flexibility, it moves. But here is the ace in the hole. The Gold Line light rail, Elk Grove doesn't have it. The Pocket doesn't have it. Folsom does. The Gold Line runs from historic Folsom straight to the Capitol. I have clients who work at the state agencies or the federal courthouse who take the train every day. They read, they sleep, they catch up on emails. They're not stressed behind the wheel. If you work downtown, having that rail option is a massive lifestyle upgrade. It turns dead time in a car into productive time on the train. That creates a sustainable work-life balance that I-5 simply cannot offer. I want to answer the specific questions you are searching for right now. Is Folsom Ranch just a concrete jungle with no trees? It feels like that right now because the trees are young. But look at the master plan. 30% of the land, over 1,000 acres, is dedicated to open space, heritage oak groves, and parks. It will mature. However, if you need 50-year-old trees today, Folsom Ranch is not for you. We need to look at American River Canyon or Briggs Ranch north of the highway. Are the schools in Folsom actually better than Elk Grove? Elk Grove Unified is fantastic, diverse, and wins awards. But Folsom Cordova Unified is a different culture. Because of Intel and Aerojet, there's a heavy emphasis on STEM and engineering pathways. The parental involvement in Folsom is intense. It borders on competitive. If you want your child surrounded by peers whose parents are engineers and doctors, that is the Folsom environment. Is it hotter in Folsom than in the Pocket? Yes, the Pocket and Greenhaven benefit from the Delta breeze coming up the river. Folsom is closer to the foothills and sits at a higher elevation. Expected to be about 2 to 4 degrees hotter in the peak of the summer. The breeze arrives later in the evening here. This is why pool culture is massive in Folsom. You don't just survive the heat, you build a lifestyle around it. You have a choice to make. You can stay in the comfort zone of Sacramento or Elk Grove, watching your equity grow slowly and fighting the same traffic patterns. Or you can make the leap to the lifestyle you actually want in Folsom, active, connected, and appreciating. To help you decide, I've created the Folsom vs. Elk Grove Cost Comparison Guide. This isn't a fluffy brochure. It's side by side the property tax rates, the average utility bills, SMUD versus PG&E, the insurance costs, and the Melrose breakdown, so you can see the real monthly difference to the penny. Don't guess with your financial future. Download the guide, and let's set up a time to tour the different villages of Folsom Ranch properly. Again, I'm Jason Flory with Turn the Key Real Estate. Thanks for watching.